Hi, Joyce at Delightful Quilting and Sewing, a Nolting dealer in Avon, New York. Today my grandson is behind the camera, and he's my cameraman this morning. So today I had a request on how do we take care of our machine and our frame, the maintenance. And like any piece of fine equipment, we need to take care of it on a regular basis so that it will perform for us for a very long time. And Nolting machines don't have a lot of things that you really need to do to them to maintain them, but it is important to do what is necessary so that they operate at peak performance. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the frame maintenance, a little bit about how I clean the wheels on the machine, and follow up with a little bit on the oiling, which I have another Tech Tuesday video up on as well. So on this frame right now, I'm getting ready to load a king-size quilt, and I haven't cleaned anything yet. This is what happened after the last quilt. And so you can see down here that there's some lint and thread that has built up down here and in the track as well. Now, every day I always clean the track out before I start, even if it's the same quilt. So one of the things that you can use is rubbing alcohol, and I found this really nifty little container. This one came from CVS, but I've seen them other places. It has a little pump thing right here, so that when I just press down like that on it, it pumps the alcohol up into here. Now sometimes I use a dry cloth here. Once in a while I use one that has alcohol on it, just to pick up everything that needs to be picked up. So under here I go into the track, and I have alcohol on this white, it's actually a piece of batting. I cut the batting into squares and have it. So you can see I'm cleaning some residue out. Now these are the powder coated rails. So this is just residue that builds up inside the track, just from back and forth. The other thing is you want to turn your cloth over and clean up any threads and take a look and make sure that there's nothing hanging down underneath. So we clean all the way down, cleaning the deck of our frame. There's more thread up here, more lint up here from the last quilt that I did. This is what I've cleaned off, just the track. You can see the dust and lint there. I'm going to go back and fold this in, and then go back, get a little bit more alcohol here, and finish cleaning the inside of the track. And when I have a project on, which I'll probably have this king-size quilt on for a few days before I get it done, I always clean the deck and the track every time before I start, every day, because you do get lint built up. Now this is a wool batting on here, so there will be some significant linting from this. And of course the quilt, and this has batik fabric in it, some of it, the rest of it is just quilting cotton. So I'm going to go over to the other machine here that is a little bit easier to see because there's no quilt on the frame. And this one, I'm going to show you how I take care of the wheels that are on the carriage, front and back, and the wheels that are on the machine. These also need cleaning from time to time, and these you should use alcohol on a cloth. You can use a microfiber cloth, which works really well, or pieces of batting that work very well as well. What I do is I hold the cloth down right along the edge of the wheel, and then I just move the carriage back and forth, and I have to go far enough to make sure that the wheel has gone all the way around. And then the same thing with the wheels in the front, and of course both sides of the carriage. So we have to move into here, and you have to kind of hold it on the side. If you hold it down too close to the bottom and you start rolling it, what happens is the cloth will get caught under the wheel, and you have to go at least 6 or 8 inches because you need to get the whole circumference of that wheel in there. I do the same thing for the axles that are on the machine. Now those are a little bit trickier to get at But you roll the machine all the way forward, and I have it right against the back edge of that back wheel there. Just go back and forth a few times. While I'm in there, you can wipe out the track. Make sure that the track is clean, and if you have clip margin on your machine like it's on this one, a little bit hard to get back here, but again, rolling it back and forth to clean off that wheel, and then I slide all the way to the back to clean that channel out. Going up to the front, do the same thing. Do the same thing in the front. Put it up against the front axle, just like this. Roll it back and forth. Wipe out inside the channel there. And the same thing over here. Now this one is harder to get at. So I'm going to roll this to the front so I can get my hand up underneath there. Right in there, because the belt, the quilt management belt is right here. It's kind of hard to get in there. But if I get my finger in there, I can roll it to the back, and I can roll it to the front long enough. And then carefully get my hand in there and clean the track out. So someone just popped a question in there. Do I do this every time before a quilt? Yes, I do it every single day before I go quilting. I don't necessarily use alcohol on my cloth every time, but I do use a cloth, piece of batting, for wiping the track down. You'll be surprised what you'll find. You'll find pieces of thread, gobs of lint that have come off the machine as you're quilting. It's very important to keep it clean. Now the other thing is here too, if you are running an IQ system like the White Pro that we showed back there before, you have a drive wheel and an encoder wheel going along the top of the reel. Very, very, very important to make sure that the top of that surface that drive wheel is running on is also clean. Same thing, clean cloth, some alcohol on there to keep that clean. We have encoder wheel on some of the frames that rides on the top of the back surface right here at the back of the machine on your carriage. I can't show it here, but if you have an encoder that's running on the top of the surface, good idea to keep that clean as well. Picks up all kinds of dirt. That's just from a few days just sitting here in dust. So very important to keep all of these surfaces clean. Your machine encoders run on the surface in here, they run on the surface back here. IQ has the encoder that runs here and one on the side. Those surfaces must be kept clean.
The camera froze.
Question?
The camera froze.
Camera froze. Is it moving now? Are you still taping? It's froze. Well, just keep going and we'll finish it. All right. So the last thing has to do with some other maintenance things. And that is my canned air right here. I use canned air to clean out the bobbin area frequently. Had a lot of dust come out of that for the last quilt that I did. And when you clean, after you clean it, depending on how many bobbins, I always clean it with canned air with every bobbin. Every 2 or 3 bobbins, I put oil in, put my needle down, and put 1 drop of oil with a needle in the down position right on this flat surface down here. Right on this flat surface. Gets 1 drop, maybe 2 drops if there's a lot of lint that comes out. And then, of course, at the top of the machine, we have our 8-hour spots right up here where we need to put 1 drop of oil on each of those red dots every 8 hours of machine operation. So you keep track of that with the maintenance log that can be found in our book right here. So maintenance is covered starting on page 61 of the book. And in the back of the book under resources is a maintenance log to help you keep track of your hours of operation. So the book, of course, is Guide to Quilting with your Nolting, available on our website, www.delightful-qs.com. So that's it for maintaining your machine and your frame so that you get the best performance out of your quilting every time you quilt. That's it for today. I'll see you. Actually, we're going to take a couple weeks off over the Christmas holiday. So it'll be in the beginning of 2021 next time we do a Tech Tuesday video. Have a great holiday to all of you.